EdYoda, the end of your job search and the beginning of your dream career. EdYoda's live sessions are taught by industry experts, giving you hands-on experience and practical knowledge with real projects, not just degrees. EdYoda's industry-recognized certifications will help you stand out in the job market. And that's not all. With EdYoda's exclusive job board featuring 500+ companies, finding your dream job has never been easier. Say goodbye to endless job searching and hello to your dream career with EdYoda. Join EdYoda's student community today and start building your dream career.
Live session, quickly click on that share button and share it on your WhatsApp groups, Telegram groups, wherever you want. Share it everywhere. If you want to learn with someone, discuss about these concepts, or you think they might be interested, they want to learn this concept, share the video with them too, because we are just going to start. So they'll be able to learn everything from beginning. All right. So it's 7:30 now. I won't waste too much of your time. I'll hand it over to Jayesh, who will start today's session. So Jayesh, over to you. And again, I'll meet you all after some time.
Yeah, thank you so much, Rishabh. Hi everyone. So okay, let me quickly introduce myself. I hope many people who joined the day one workshop are still here. But if there is any new person is joining, so let me introduce myself. So my name is Jayesh, and currently I'm working as a senior engineer. And overall, I am having around 5.5 years of industry experience. And apart from this, I am having around 3+ years of experience as a mentor and instructor. So till now, I have mentored around 550+ students. And if I talk about the tech stack, so I have worked on the multiple tech domain like Java, Angular, JavaScript, MySQL, Oracle databases, and currently I have been working in Golang, Docker, and Kubernetes. So it is about myself. So okay, let me quickly start. So let me share my screen and let me know once it is visible. Yeah, so I have shared my screen. Okay, so first I'll tell you what is the agenda of today's session. Okay, so the main thing is in day one workshop. So if I talk about day one workshop, so we have covered HTML and CSS in detail, like whatever the topic we have tried. So we have covered this whole thing in detail, like how we can create web pages in HTML, like how we can apply CSS in HTML, and also like how we can apply inline CSS, internal CSS, or external CSS. So those things we have already covered. Now the main thing is how we can use JavaScript as well. Okay, because HTML and CSS are necessary part to create initially any web page. Like if we are working on any web pages, the basic thing as a front-end developer, what we require is HTML and CSS part. Okay, so in the day one workshop, we have covered multiple topics. Like we have covered tables as well. We have covered the possible tags available in the HTML. We have covered multiple CSS properties as well, like padding, margin, and lots of properties as well. And we have covered the list, like how we can apply list, like ordered list or unordered list as well. So those topics we have already covered, and in today's workshop we'll try to cover JavaScript. Okay, so before switch to JavaScript, let me give you some overview about it. Okay, so what JavaScript is. Okay, so if I talk about JavaScript, the first thing that click in our mind is dynamic, right? So if I talk about JavaScript, the first thing comes to our mind is dynamic, right? So it is a dynamic language, and it is most widely used language in the front-end programming. Okay, suppose if I want to apply any new feature, or I want to load my site to be loaded as a dynamic. So in that case, what we can do? We can use JavaScript. Okay, and nowadays, if you see in the market, there are multiple framework and libraries are available. So the most common are Angular, and apart from that, there is the React.js. Okay, and there are again like Ember.js, Vue.js, and those libraries are already available. In the backend, if I talk about, we have Node.js is also available. Okay, so again, like if I talk about the Angular, it is again a framework, and it is totally based on the JavaScript only. Okay, and it is totally a component based framework. Like I'll not go into much detail into it. I'll just give you overview about it. What are the things that are happening into the market. If I talk about the React.js, again it is a JavaScript based framework, and Node.js. So like with the help of the MongoDB, if I want to do any server side programming, or in the backend, if I want to do any if I want to perform any operation for that, I can use Node.js. Okay, so React.js is again backbone by the Facebook, and Angular is again uh, backed by Google. Okay, so in every 6 months they are releasing a new version, and before switch to Angular and React.js. Okay, because the frameworks are temporary, right? If you know the basics, if you know the root, like how JavaScript works, if you already know the JavaScript, then it will be very easy for you to understand these frameworks, because these all frameworks are again depend on the JavaScript only. Okay, so it is just about the quick brief about like what are the frameworks that are already available in the market. Now, if I talk about the JavaScript again, so JavaScript in the market is available from the year 1995. Okay, so it was introduced in 1995, and right now it is run over the multiple web browsers. Okay, if you talk about the Chrome, if you talk about the Mozilla, so any like browser, if we talk about, so it is running on the multiple web browsers right now. Okay, and it is a very beautiful programming language. Like if you want to apply any scripting, any dynamic thing, if you want to apply, it is because of this like we can perform with the help of the JavaScript only. Okay, so like any interactive web pages, if you see, like I don't know, like if you have gone through it or not, like if you load any web pages, and initially if you see some loader is coming right in the round bar, right? So those operation we can perform with the help of the JavaScript only. Okay, and apart from this, it allows you to use multiple facilities that are available in the JavaScript itself. Okay, so like any interactive web page, if you want to design, like any additional property, if you want to apply on our web pages, so with the help of it only we can perform it. Okay, like we can quickly, I can share you the example. For example, for example, we are doing any payment operation on the web pages. Okay, we are performing any payment operation. So once the payment is successful, like suppose a 100 rupees payment I created, and once the payment is successful, I want to perform any alert operation. Okay, so at the top you will get that alert, right? So those features we can achieve with the help of the JavaScript. Got it? So it is about the JavaScript, and apart from that, right now, if you see, so like as you know, like there are multiple framework and libraries are available. So this JavaScript is supporting mobile development as well. Okay, so any mobile application or any development we are doing, so this JavaScript is supporting that particular thing as well. Right now, in multiple IoT devices as well, it is getting most popular. So right now, it is the most popular scripting language that is available. And as a front-end developer, many programmers are using it. So it was just about the JavaScript thing. So now let me come to the practical scenario of it. Okay. So yes. Okay. So first, let me tell you like what are the topics that we are going to cover in JavaScript today. So we'll cover about the like JavaScript introduction. Okay, apart from that, we'll cover about like statements, like what are the statements available in JavaScript. Then we'll cover like on-click type of events, like there are multiple events are available. So we'll cover those things. We will cover the basic, like the variables, like what are the variables in JavaScript. We'll cover the comments and data types. So these are just basic functions we will cover. Which is a typo mistake. Yeah, data type. Then we will cover the functions as well, and then we have some properties available like set timeout, or okay, because I'm writing in the VS Code, so that's why it is just giving me suggestion, and set interval. So in the first half of this session, we will cover this basic thing, and later on, what we'll do, we'll go to some advanced parts, like what are the events available in JavaScript, what are the this just a second, yeah, events. Apart from that, like what are the closures in JavaScript, what is hoisting in JavaScript, how JavaScript works. So all these advanced things will cover in the second half. So initially in the first half we'll cover this part. Okay. So as you know, like I already has given the brief about the JavaScript, like what JavaScript is, what are the frameworks and libraries that are available in the market right now. So those things I already given to you. Those introduction I already given. So let's move to the statement. Like what is statement in JavaScript? Okay. So let me write down some code. Like what I am doing, I'm writing down some variable a is equal to 10 here. Okay, so don't worry about it, like what this variable a, like what is the use of this variable and everything. So don't worry about it. In this coming session, in this coming time, we'll cover each and everything, like why I am using variable, why I am using a, how I am assigning the value and everything. We will cover everything in detail. So right now, here what I did, I have written variable a is equal to 10. Now what I am doing, I am writing let a is equal to 20. Okay, and or instead of let, I will keep it as a where only. Okay. Now what I'll do, I created one more variable z and I'm writing a plus b. Okay. So if I ask you what will happen, okay, so you can consider it like right now the value of a is 10. If I talk about the b, so the value of b is 20. And what will happen? Variable z is equal to a plus b is 10 plus 20 is 30. So I'll try to write console.log and I'll try to write the value of z here. Okay. And if I go live, so what will happen? See, right click, inspect element, console. So I can see this 30 here, right? But we were talking about statement. What is statement in JavaScript? Okay. Statement in JavaScript. So this each and every line is known as a statement in JavaScript. Whatever the line you are writing in JavaScript, right? So this variable a is equal to 10, variable b is equal to 20, variable z is equal to a plus b, the whole thing. So these things are known as a statement in JavaScript. Got it? Clear? Okay. So what I can say on the basis of it, JavaScript is a collection of statement. Like if I talk about the normal JavaScript program, so what JavaScript program is, it is collection of statements, right? Because it is collection of multiple statements. Here at the line one, I am writing some statement. At the line two, again I am writing some statement, and again after I am performing some operation, right? Even if I write any function here, like for example, I am writing a demo function here, and here I am writing n number of lines. Any line I can write, right? Any line I am writing. So it is again a part of the statement only. So if I talk about the JavaScript program, so it is the JavaScript program is a collection of the multiple statements that are available. Okay, so I hope till this point we are clear. Okay, so now let's move to the next part, right? So now I want to declare some variable, right? So there are multiple ways that are available, right? So if you see, like I declare this variable a is equal to 10, right? Like this. So if you see here, there is some white spaces available, right? After a, I am giving some space, then I'm writing this equal, and then again I am writing some space, right? Okay. So as a programmer, it is a good practice that we are writing this thing, but when JavaScript compile this thing, okay, so if I talk about the compilation phase, again there are two phases available, phase one and phase two. So we'll go into detail later, but right now we'll stick to this. So variable a is equal to 10 I am writing, so I can write this as this also, right? So when I'm writing, like I'm if I'm providing any white space here, so what JavaScript will do, it will convert this program to like this. So if there are multiple white spaces are available, okay, if there are unnecessary white spaces are available, so JavaScript compiler will remove that. Okay, so even if you like for example you are running any loop, right? Like for example, if I running loop like this variable, then I then is equal to 0. I should not use variable here. Should be let. Okay, I is equal to 0. Then I less than 10. So like if like this, if I am providing any spaces here, right? So what it will do, it will remove this unnecessary white space. Okay, so it was about the white spaces related thing, and like each and every line that we are writing. So it is a part of the statement. Like it will be known as a statement only. Okay. I hope you are getting this point. So it was known as a statement only. Yeah. So now let's move to the second part here. So now what we'll do here, we'll try to check some events, like what are the events that are available, like not in detail, but some of the event. Or before that, even we'll try to write like how we can pop up some alert function. Okay. So as you can see, if I save this and if I go to live here, just a second. Yes. Okay. So if I go here, I have written something, right? This table was earlier, like if you remember, like in the last session, we have discussed like how we can create this table and all. So if you want to see the code, it is still available. Like this table tag I have created, then this row tag I have created. Under that, I was creating some header tag. Then again in the row, I am creating this data tag and all, right? So it is the older code that I am still using it. So here what I did, I have added something. Like here I have added this heading, and then I have added this submit function here. Okay. So here what I want to do, I want to do like when I click on this particular paragraph. Okay. So if I want, like if I click on this particular paragraph, then what should happen? This text should be changed. Okay. So what I can do here, okay, here again you will see I am using some different thing like ID, right? Earlier we haven't used it. Earlier we haven't used this feature, right? When we were attending this HTML and CSS workshop, so at that time we were not using it, right? But now we are using this. Okay. So ID means there is some unique ID that I'm assigning to that particular tag. If I talk about this P, so if I'm using this para as an ID to this particular tag, so what I am doing, I am assigning this to this this particular what I said tag, this unique ID, right? So what I want to do when I click on, so for that click, what I can do, I can use this on click function. Okay, and when I click on, I want to call some demo function from here. So what I did, I created some on click event, and whenever this event will happen, like whenever a user will click on this particular area, this particular paragraph, what will happen? This demo function will be called. So now what I'll do, I'll create one function demo here, right? So till this part we have completed. Okay, what was the requirement? The main requirement is when I click on this paragraph, maybe some event should occur, maybe some alert, or maybe anything we want to do. So right now we can assume like I want to give some alert, right? So what I did, when I click on it, when I'm using this on click, this demo function should be called, and here I am, like this paragraph is already written. So here what I'll do, I'll write alert, and I'll write I am in demo function. Okay, so when I click on it, I am getting this alert. So it is again a type of the event only. Like this events is available in JavaScript. So it is again the type of the event only, right? When I click on it, I am getting it. So from this particular point, what you will understand, right? Like if I want to perform any operation under this demo function, what I can do, I can write the code inside it, right? It is clear, because when I click on that paragraph, what is happening? It is calling that alert function, right? So I am getting that. So here what I'll try to do, I'll try to write something like let para is equal to document dot get element by id, and here I'll write para. Okay, now I'll tell you what I am doing here, and para dot inner html is equal to paragraph change to EdYoda. Okay, so this text I'll try to write here. Now see what is happening. Again, if I reload this, if I click on this paragraph, it is changed to EdYoda. Now I'll tell you line by line. So this you already know, this is the statement on the line number 2. We can see statement, right? So here what I did, I created one temporary variable like let para I created. Now what I am doing, document dot get element by id. And what ID I am getting? I am getting this para as ID, right? So where this ID is available? This ID is available here because this ID is unique to this particular p tag. Okay, this ID is unique to this particular p tag, and whatever the thing I am writing here, right now I have written this paragraph here, right? So what will happen when I click on it? When I click on it, this function will be called. When this function will be called, what will happen? This para, this particular variable, what it will do? It will take this ID. It will take this document dot get element by ID, and then inner HTML I am calling para. This para dot inner HTML. I am writing this text. So what does this inner HTML means? Inner HTML means whatever the things I am writing here, it will change. It will be changed to this paragraph. Like here, whatever the things I have written, it will be changed to this particular text, right? So why I am doing this? This is a way to insert some extra text into the text. It is not only about the para only, right? It is not only about the paragraph. Like if there are any multiple other text you are using, then also you can perform this operation as well. Okay. So what will happen when I click on this? Let me reload this. So when I click on it, what will happen? It will change to the EdYoda. I hope it is clear, right? Even everything, like anything, if you want to perform here, if even if you want to perform any other operation, that also you can do, right? If there is anything that you want to calculate, that also you can do. For example, here, if you want to create any text and then you want to create, like, for example, add button, right? So 2 plus 2, you can pass in that. Then what will happen? With the help of that particular ID, we will check that 2 plus 2 and we'll perform the operation. So those multiple operations we can do, but it was just about the introduction. Okay. So now let's move to the variable part. So how many types of variables are available in JavaScript? So let me open the whiteboard again. Okay. So if we talk about the variables, if I talk about the variables in JavaScript, there are total 4 ways. There are total 4 ways. Like if I talk about the variables, there are total 4 ways that we can declare or initialize the thing. Like one is with the help of the where, second is with the help of the let, third with the help of the const, and fourth using nothing. This is a special feature. It is a special feature that is available in JavaScript. And let me tell you, this where is available till 1995 to 2015 only. So it means all the JavaScript developers, they were using this where only till this. This let and const introduced in 2015. Okay, so after that we have started using this let and const as well. But before that, everyone is using where only. Right now it is available, but before that, the where was the only keyword. Like if I talk specifically if I talk about the this variables part, so it was the only thing that was available. Okay, so let's move to the where part here. Okay, where let and const. So for this particular thing, let's write down some examples. So here what I'll do, I'll write let num is equal to 50. Okay, so here I wanted to understand you, like here what we'll do, we will understand what is the difference between let, where, and const as well. So this thing also we will cover in this example. So please try to listen this very carefully. It is the most important part. Okay, so here what I did, I have written this let num is equal to 50, and I'll write function print or like function like demo, anything I can write. Okay, so function demo I have written here. Now what I'll do, I'll perform some operation. Like what I want to do, I want to perform square is equal to num into num. So this number is available, and here I'm using this let, and what I want to do, I want to perform this num into num operation I want to perform. Now there is some condition I will apply, like if num is less than 60, then what I will do, I'll create one more variable. Like I'll create a variable is large number. Okay, and I will assign 80 to it. Okay, if number is less than 60, right now we have assigned 50 to it. If it is less than 60, then we'll do that, and after that I'll create another large number, that is 100. Okay, so when this particular thing will happen, if the number is less than 60, right? And after that, what I'll do here, I'll write console.log, and here I'll print square, because this square is available in the demo. So I'll print here. And after that, what I'll do, I'll try to write console.log large number as well, and console.log another large number. First, let me tell you what will happen. See, I'm using console.log. It means on the browser side, we can check like what is available in the console. Like if I right click inspect element, and if I go on the console side, so I can check here like what I am printing here. For example, here if I write console, just a second, console.log. Here if I write Jayesh, so it is printing me Jayesh, right? Ignore this undefined. Here I'm print. It is giving me output as a Jayesh, right? So if I save this, and if I go here, if I reload this, what? Okay, this demo function I forgot to call, so I have to call this demo. So from here, I'm calling here demo function. So what we are getting 2500 means console.log square. We are getting this 25. Let me write down some comment here. Value of square is equal to this. Okay, and here I'll write value of large number is equal to this. Okay, and here what I'll write, value of another large number. Okay, and if I go here, so what will happen? If I reload this, value of square is 2500, value of large number is 80, but another large number is not defined. So we are getting this error, not defined, uncaught reference error we are getting here, right? Why we are getting this uncaught reference error here? If you see here, I am using this let num is equal to 50. So it means it is available inside this whole program, right? This let num is available in the whole program. Like it is generally having, it is always having block level scope. It is all about the scope only. Okay, let num. So it is having scope till this program. Now, when I call this function demo, inside this function, what I am using let square is equal to num into num, right? So here what I am doing, if num is less than 60, so it is less than 60, right? Because the value of this num is 50, right? So if it is less than 60, I will again create one variable, and again I'll create another variable, that is another large number. Okay, with the help of let, right? Here I am using console.log, value of square is square, and I am able to get the value because I am using it inside it. If I try to access it, like if I control X and if I try to access it after this, let's check what we are getting. We are reload, so value of square, we are getting it here. Okay, I was trying to using inside the function only. Let me use here. So here, see, we are getting square is not defined. Why? Because I am using let here. And if I am using let here, it means it is having scope inside this function only. Outside of this function, I cannot use it. Outside of this particular function, I cannot use it. So that was the reason. Okay. So it was just about the scope, like where the scope is available. Okay. So that's why we are getting error, because this another large number we have declared here, and it is using this let keyword. Okay. So this particular let thing will have scope inside this if condition only. If I go outside it will not give anything. So that's why we are getting the value of square, value of large number, but we are not getting any value related to this another large number. Is it clear, guys, till this point? I hope it is clear to you. So now okay, now let's move to the data type, like how data type works. Or before that, okay, Yeah, let's move to it. So I'll remove everything here. Okay, so if I talk about the data types, like how many data types are available. So if we talk about the data types in JavaScript, data types in JavaScript. So what are the data types that are available? So we have string, we have numbers, then we have big int, we have boolean. Okay, if I talk about, we have undefined, we have null as well, and we have, like, if I talk about, like, we have object as well. And apart from that, like, if I talk about the object data type, then we multiple data types available here. Like there is array is also available, the date is also available. So like this whole thing will try to cover with the help of the example. So I think the data types. Okay, yeah. So let me go here. Okay, so like how JavaScript will identify like what data type we are using. Okay, so there are again multiple things available, right? Like in JavaScript, we are not using int or float or string or double, right? Like in other languages, we have those features are available. Those features are already available, but we are not using that, right? In JavaScript, we don't have, like, for example, directly. Okay, let me tell you this thing also. So this is your browser, right? Like the screen that you are seeing, it is your browser. If you go here, inspect elements, so it is again a debug tool for you. Here you can debug everything. Like if I go to network or memory or application here, yeah. So here you can debug your code, like whatever the code I have written here, right, in the demo.js, this code, right? So this particular code is available here as well. Like if you want to debug our application, that also we can do. And how we can set the debugger point here? Like I suppose I want to debug this thing. So what I'll do, I can set debug point here. Then I'll reload this page. So now next, and then the demo function will call. It will go here. You can see like what is the value of num. It is 50. And right now square is undefined. It is clearly mentioned here. You can see this square is undefined, right? Now when it will calculate this value, this right now this specific keyword is assigned to this square. Why? Because it is at the line number 3. The compilation process is at the line number 3, and what is happening? It is still calculating this num into num operation. It is still calculating this particular calculation. Okay, so now I will click next. So now it's come at this line, and you can see square is 2566. I hope it is clear, like how we can debug, like for example, like when you are working on some live project, and in JavaScript, like maybe you are getting some error, like you are not able to check like how what the thing or what the heck is happening. So you can directly check here. This browser itself is a big tool for you. So you can debug like this. You can set some debugger point here, and you can just click on next, and you can see large number. Right now it is undefined because it is at the line number 5. But when it will move to the line number 6, it will assign some value 80. So if you remember earlier, I was telling about you can see large number 80. Earlier I was telling about like when JavaScript code compiles, it is having two phase 1 and phase 2. So in the phase 1, what it will do, whatever the variable we are using, initially it will assign undefined as a value. That is special keyword it will assign, that is known as undefined. And in the phase 2, the actual value will be assigned. At the end, we will I'll try to draw some diagram for you, and I'll try to explain the whole thing to you. At the end, I'll try to do that. Okay, but right now you can check things here, like how the thing is happening. Okay, you can check here, and here you can see like what is happening here, right? This is again like in the scope also you can see, like right now if you see here another large number, it is undefined right now, right? But when I hit next, what will happen? Another large number, it is 100. Here you can see, right, guys? I hope it is clear to everyone. So this is how we can check on the browser side also. Okay, let me close it, and let me inspect element, go to console, remove everything. So we were talking about the data type. Okay, So how we will do if I write variable a is equal to 10. Okay, so I have write a is equal to 10. Now what I want to do, type of a, right? So you can see I'm getting a number. So this is how JavaScript will identify like what type of variable we are using actually what type of variable we are using. For example, if I go here, I'll write variable a is equal to Jayesh Vyas. So I'll write this. Now type of a, if I write, what will happen? I'm getting it as a string. Got it? I'm getting it as a string. Like if I write variable a is equal to 10.10 and type of a, if I write, what I'll get number, because it is type of number only. It is not giving any integer or float. It is just a type of the number. So and that's why it is printing this number only here. Got it? Okay. Now in JavaScript, what we have another like 3 types of objects are also available. Like if I cover, like for example, what I can do, let me increase the size here. Okay, yeah. So what I can do, like for example, I am writing this const person. Okay, so this particular example I am taking, and here what I'll do, I'll write first name as a Jayesh and last name as Vyas. Okay, so here what I did, I'm like if I check the type of the person, so let's check what type we'll get here. Type of, I'll write person. If I enter, I'm getting as an object. Why? Because it is a type of the object, because it is having some properties, first name, last name. I can add multiple properties here. Like if I want to add any like age, I want to add, I want to add any college name, that also I can use. Okay, so it is a type of the object, so that's why it is giving me type of the object. Now I'll try to write like const cars. Okay, here what I'll do, I'll write like BMW. I hope like I maybe many of you want to buy it. So if you work hard, then definitely you will get it one day. If I write Maruti here, and I'll write Audi also we can write. So if I check type of cars, right? What I'll get? What is this? Uncaught syntax error, type of cars. Okay, I think there is some spelling mistake. Okay, so this is cons, not cons. Okay, so if I write here and then I'll write type of cars, what I'll get? It is again object, but it is an array. Like if I want to write like console.log and cars of 0, let's check like we'll get what value or not. So we are getting BMW. It means at the 0 index, this BMW is available, so we are getting it, right? We are getting it as a BMW. If I try to write, see here, if you press up arrow, so what you will get? You will get all the commands that you have executed. Up arrow, all the previous command you are getting, right? So I have executed this car 0, right? If I write cars 1, then what I'll get? I'll get Maruti, because at the index 1 we are having this Maruti value as a this on this particular one index. If I try write 2, then what I'll get? I'll get 40. Okay, so it is again a type of this what I say, array only. So it is a type of the array. Again, we have date also. So it is a homework for you guys. So you can check that, and that date type of variable you can check. Okay. Apart from that, what we can do is data type. So suppose there is some code, like this code is available, but I am not using it, right? This particular code I am not using it. So what I want to do, suppose this particular line, so I want to comment it, means I don't want to use it. Maybe later I can use, but right now I don't want to use it. So what I can do, I can just use this comment here. These 2 lines I can use. So what it will do, the compiler will not use this line. It will ignore it. This particular line, it will be ignored by the compiler. And for example, I want to comment the whole part, then I can use like this. Or if I don't want to comment it like this, like for example, I want to comment this if condition only, what I can do, I can use like this. Got it? So it will like this is how we can manage comments as well in JavaScript. Okay. Now move to the function. Okay. Oh, before moving to the function, let me tell you one more thing here. So here what we are doing, like if you check this particular thing, we are using this class as well, right? So this division tag is also a part of the HTML. And here why we are using this division tag, because so that we can divide the whole screen into multiple divisions. That's why we are using division here. If you go to the element, let me reload this. Go to the element. Okay. Before that, I have to remove this debugger. Otherwise, it will not allow me to go to this place. Okay. So if you check here, see, and this division. Let me, yeah. So if I hover this division class container, so it means it is for this particular division only. If we want to divide, then we can divide as well. Okay, for example, I'll tell you, after this button I'll create one division. I created inside a division, I'll again create one division. Okay, and here what I'll do, I'll write paragraph like Jayesh Vyas, I can write, and I'll create one more division here. I'll copy it, enter, and like what name I'll write here, Harshvardhan Chittoda. Okay, so if you have attended the last session, then he's my best friend. That's why I'm writing this name here. So if I go here, I'm getting this new name, right? So if I go, see. So if I hover on this division means this is a single division. This this division. So it is a single division, you can see. And if I go inside this division, then again it is divided into two divisions. So this is how we can like manage the division part as well in the HTML. And like there is something called bootstrap as well. So with the help of the bootstrap, you can make your code visible to all the screen. Like for example, if you are using laptop or mobile or tablet as well, so as a front-end developer, it is your responsibility that each and every person can use your feature. Like for example, I am not having a laptop, I'm only having a tablet. So if your website is, I'm not able to using it on my tablet, then it is your fault. So as a front-end developer or as a developer, if you are working on that part, so it is your responsibility so that each and every person can access your feature. Okay, let me check if there is anything that we are missing. Okay, so now let's move to the yeah, so this part we have covered. So now let's move to the functions. Okay, so let's write some demo functions. Okay, so before starting this function, let me tell you something, that function is the heart of the JavaScript. Means it is the most important part that is available in JavaScript. Okay, so for example, whatever the thing you want to do or any operation that you want to perform, you will perform under that particular function only. Okay, so this is the most important, and this is the heart of the JavaScript. For example, here what I'll do, I'll write some code like variable, or we'll do one thing. I'll go here, and there is some button. This submit button is available here, right? So what I want to do, on this on click here, when I click on this button, I'll call this demo function. Don't go on the name, like I'm like, this is the name that coming into my mind, so that's why I'm giving it. So when I click on the submit button, what I'll do, I'll call this demo function, and then I'll try to get some values. Like let's check like what will happen. Let para is equal to document dot get element by ID para. Okay. console.log. We'll try to print like what we'll get. Okay, so if I go to console, if I submit, okay, I'm getting this para, and then something like this I'm getting. So it means this is the element that I'm getting, HTML paragraph element, right? What I am getting, get element by ID para. So if I check this para, like if I'm trying to print this particular value, so what I am getting here, this is your para tag here. I have get this ID here, and here I am getting object. Okay, obviously it is the object, and HTML paragraph element I am getting here. Okay, so it means it is indicating, it is showing us like the like with the help of the ID that we are getting. So it is the type of paragraph. That's why we are getting here. Got it? Okay, so here like this is the function, and like what we'll do, like if we are writing anything, like suppose we are creating some forms. Okay, we are creating some forms, and what I want to do is like I want to perform some validation on that, right? If I want to perform some validation on that, so what I can do, I'll call this function demo, and then what I'll do here, I will perform the validation. Like for example, it is containing the text like first name, last name, college name, age, etc. Okay, so this is how we can perform this. So it was just the basic part that we have covered, and before that, like let's connect. Let's continue. There is one more thing that we can cover is, I think, that is okay. Yeah, there is one more thing we can check. That is set timeout and set time interval. So these are again the important features that are available in JavaScript, and when we can use set timeout. Like suppose after some time I want to implement some operation, I want to perform something after some time. So in that case, what I will do, I'll use set timeout. Okay, so I'll write some code here, like set timeout. I have written already here, not like this. Let me write set timeout like this. Here I'll write some function, and inside this, what I'll do, I'll try to put alert. Okay, alert, hello, Jayesh, and I'll put some timer here, 200 seconds, 2000 milliseconds. And then I'll write console.log, and here I'll write hello, EdYoda. Okay, so let's check what will happen. I'll go here. Hello, Jayesh is coming. Okay, I'll again reload it. So first, hello, EdYoda is coming, and after 2 seconds, what I am getting, hello, Jayesh. It means when we can use set timeout, when I can use set timeout, I after like I want to perform some operation. For example, I want to perform this operation first, and then what I want to do, I want to implement something. Like right now, I am just taking this example of this alert only. Instead of that, I can use console also. Console.log. Okay, so if I go here and if I reload, first I'll get hello EdYoda, and after 2 seconds, I am getting hello Jayesh, right? So what compiler is doing, it is going here, and like it is taking, oh, okay, here I am giving 2 second timeout. It means it will leave it as it is, and it will go to the next line, and it will check, okay, here it is giving the statement directly for print. So it will print it, and it will go again. Okay, 2 seconds are completed or not. If it is completed, then it will print. If you want to debug the same thing, you can check here again. I'll go here, I'll put a debugger here on this lines, and I'll reload it. So right now the debugger is at this line. If I next click, it directly jumps to the line number 5. It directly jumps to the line number 5, guys, here. Why? Because it is having some timer here, and compiler will know, like compiler knows, because it is a set timeout. So definitely there will be some time we are mentioning. So what it will do, it will perform whatever the code we have written inside it. Right now I have written down console.log only. But if there is any operation we are performing, if there is any calculation we are doing, so what it will do, it will perform after this 2 second only. If you if you check like here, what I can do, variable A is equal to 10, then variable B is equal to 20, variable Z is equal to A plus B, then console.log Z. Okay, so I'll write sum of A and B is equal to, right? So I have written this. Okay, so now what will happen? I'll remove it. Now you can check. If I go to the console, if I reload again, okay, let me remove this debugger. I go to the console, if I reload again, first I am getting hello EdYoda, then sum of A and B is 30. So after this 2 seconds I am getting. If I remove this and if I give 5, then what will happen? It will reload 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So after the 5 seconds I am getting this 30. So whenever you want to give a time interval, like if you want to give some time, like after that particular time that operation should be performed, we can use set time out. Now let's go to set time. Like there is something called set timeout. Apart from that, we have set interval as well. So if I write this, let's remove this everything. It will be complicated for you. So I have written by writing a easiest function. And here what I'll do, here again, I'll write alert and I'll write I am in set interval of 2 seconds. Okay, and here what I'll do, I will pass 2 seconds here. Now alert hello EdYoda. Okay, so you can imagine guys what will happen here. If you know, please try to answer it into the comment section. I will check it later. You have 1 minute, you can check, you can write what will happen. First it will print hello EdYoda, or first it will go into inside it. If you know, you can write into the chat window. I'll wait for you. If I go here, I am getting hello EdYoda. Okay, I am in set interval of 200. Okay, in every 2 seconds I am getting this alert. Why? So it means set interval I can use when after certain amount of time, if I want to perform any operation, then I can use set interval. 2 seconds is very less time, so I will use 5. So here, hello EdYoda. Then after 5 seconds, what it will do, that alert will come. Okay, okay, I haven't changed the value. Let me change the value as well. It is better to write 5 seconds. Okay. Hello EdYoda. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Again, after 5 seconds, that particular alert box will come. Okay. So it is clear. Like it is clear. Like what is the main difference between this set time out versus set interval? Right? Set time out. The syntax wise, if you see, like it is similar, right? If you check about the syntax, it is similar. But the main thing is, if I talk about the set timeout, means if I want to perform something after some time, like there is certain amount of code that I want to execute, but after certain amount of time, not repetitively, right? This particular code will not execute repetitively. It will execute once, but after the some amount of time. In that case, we can use set timeout. And if I talk about set interval, then what will happen? There is some particular task that I want to perform regularly, but after certain amount of time, like in 5 seconds or 10 seconds, then we can do. I'll tell you how like what is the best example of it. Like if you check about the Facebook, so if you check any live comments, right? So how those live comments are happening? Like after 5 seconds, 2 seconds, or 1 second, they are regularly checking. They are regularly running this set interval. If there is anything is happening, they will load. They will load that particular content to the site. So this is how we can check. So each and every time it will make a call. Each and everything after 5 seconds or 10 seconds, whatever the time limit we are getting. So it will make a call here. Got it? It was about the set timeout and the set interval. And after that, so let me quickly revise you the things that what are the basic things that we have covered till now. So till now we have covered this the basics of the JavaScript. Okay, basics of the JavaScript we have covered, and like we have covered the statement. What are the statements in JavaScript? We have covered the variable, let, const, like how we can use it, and what is the main difference between it. And apart from that, what we did, like we have covered this comments, like how we can use comments. We have covered set timeout and set interval as well. And let me write down something for you. Variable a is equal to 10. Okay, so there is something I'm writing, but it is related to the next 1 hour. Like right now, I'm writing. Anyway, like leave it. We'll check this thing later only because it will be confusing for you. Okay, it is. I have to remove this, I guess. This set timeout. So I'll remove it and I'll save. After that only, I think it will be. Yeah. Okay. So this set timeout and JavaScript function, everything we have covered till now. So these are the set timeout and interval. Apart from this, we have covered the function as well. So these are the basics. Like these are the basics of JavaScript. Okay, there are multiple things are also available, but in the 2 hour session, it will be very difficult for you to understand. It will be very difficult to complete whole this or the whole thing. And if I talk about the advanced topic, so the advanced topic that we'll cover is closure. Then we'll cover the hoisting, and we'll cover like how API works. Like I'll show you some live project as well. Like I'll not write the code, but it is already available. So I have already written that, and I'll explain you like how we are fetching the API, how we are creating the tags, how we can create this para tag and H1 tag using the JavaScript. That is also possible. And right now in the industry, a lot of things are happening with the help of the JavaScript only. Even they are not using HTML and CSS. In JavaScript they are using, but separately they are not using it. So that is also possible. Okay, hosting this thing will cover JavaScript events. Again, it is the most important part. If you want to become a JavaScript developer, then again it is the most important part. So JavaScript events also we have to check. And the main thing apart from it, we'll check how JavaScript code works and execute. So this thing will cover. Okay. So I think this is for this session 1 right now. We'll take a 5 to 6 minutes break and then we'll come again. Rishabh, am I audible?
Yes, yes. All right.
I think
Everyone is able to hear me. So Jayesh,
think
we'll have a quick fun session now, and then
Yeah.
hand it over to you.
Even students are waiting for it, I guess.
Yes. So again, a quick reminder to everyone who is watching, a quick like and subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. This is going to be a quick round. So get ready, type quick. All are tech related general questions. So I know you all know the answers, but you have to think quickly and answer them in the chat box. All right. So we'll start. First question. This is something related to messaging apps. Okay. So the question is, what is the name of the first messaging app? All right. Now we know messaging apps. First thing that comes to our mind is WhatsApp. Right. But this is not the answer. Answer is different. Which was the first messaging app? And it was launched quite a long time back. That time internet also was not that famous, but that time itself we had this messaging app. Let's see how many of you know the answer. It is slightly complex, I know, because we know what we use now, but which was the first one, you might not know, but I'll give you some time to think. What is the name of the first messaging app? All right. A little bit clue I'll give. It was launched during 1997. Means how long back it was launched. At that time, they thought they'll create a messaging app. Instant messenger. No, that is not the right answer. Instant messenger, okay, but I need the full name. What is the full name of it? Instant messenger is partly I've got it right. What is the full name? Reward Voyage has told the correct answer slightly. I need little bit more details. I'll wait for 10 more seconds. If you get the answer right, let's see if you get the answer right or not. And everyone else, come on. I want more participation. Let's see who all gets the answer right. Instant Messenger is part. What is the full name? Full name. AOL Instant Messenger. Yes, that's right. In short, AIM or full form is AOL Instant Messenger. It was launched in 1997. Just imagine, at that time they thought, when internet also was not that popular, they thought to create messaging app. All right. So next, what is the name of the first popular video sharing website? This is the very simple, very simple. We all know it. Common answer, you know it, I know it. Let me know in the chat box who gets the answer right. Come on, we have so many people watching. I want you all quickly hit on that like button and in the chat box write the answer. What is the name of the first popular video sharing website? Let's see. This is like very obvious. I want you all to comment in the chat box. Come on. Okay, we have got the answer. It was pretty simple. The platform that we are live streaming on currently, the answer is YouTube. All right. Come on. I want to see everyone commenting. The answer is YouTube. I've given you. Let's see. Comment and let's see. I want to see all your names. So comment YouTube. All right. That was the answer. Moving on. Next. What is the name of the first widely used digital music player? Again, digital music player. Now we all listen to music on mobile only. But there was a time when there was a digital music player that was a lot in demand. And this was again quite long time back, but we all know it. We all know it. It is very famous. So what is the name of the first widely used digital music player? Now there might be a question, like confusion a little bit, because there were 2-3 companies which were doing this digital music player who were making. But one was like very popular. Like they were the ones where other companies, if you bought the digital music player, also used to call that name only. So what is it called? Reward coagin Napster. No, this is something we all know. I'll give you a clue. This is from a company that is very famous. All the phones, the higher end phones, are from this company itself. This company made that time digital music player. I've given you direct almost clue. That company only made this digital music player. Okay, reward points, Walkman. Close, but since I told you that many companies made it, no, there was one more which was very popular. This is what made it very popular. Close, but no, not this. It's not this company. The company that I'm talking about makes phones, and it is very popular in phones. That same company had released music player. I'll give you 5 more seconds and then I'll tell you the answer. Let's see if you get the answer right. Okay. Okay. Finally, we have got the answer. Yes, it is iPod. iPod was the one which made like widely used. It became very popular. There were other players, definitely what you told, Sony Walkman, and there were other companies were making digital music players. But iPod was the one when it came, everyone wanted to buy an iPod. All right. So next, again, this is a question little bit on the technical side. Maybe you might know it, maybe you might not. But what does the acronym SMS stand for? We all use it. SMS messages you get regularly on your phone. Now, even though we don't use SMS that much, but still it is in use. So what is the full form of SMS? What is the full form of it? Let's see. What do you think is the full form of SMS? And again, once again, reminder, if you are watching this video later on, Do let me know your answers in the comment section, and a quick like and a subscribe to the channel. Short messaging service. Yes, that is the correct answer. SMS full form is short message service. This is something that we use regularly, but we don't actually pay attention to what is the full form. Full form is short message service. Moving on to next question. Which company developed the first personal computer? Okay, computer very important. We are learning this, and anything you want to learn, computer really important. Even in coding, computer really important. So which company developed the first personal computer? And this company is famous. Now currently they don't make computers, but at that time they were very famous for making computers. Let's see who gets the answer right. Which company developed the first personal computer? Okay, we have got the next answer also. It is IBM. IBM developed the first personal computer, and at that time, IBM was really famous for this computer. Now we have a lot of other players, and you will see majority of the market with our other players. But at that time, IBM was the one creating personal computers. All right. So we have almost reached 5 minutes of our fun time. I won't waste too much of your time now. Quick session. I definitely enjoyed participating and interacting with you all. I saw your answers. Most of it you got it right. Again, we'll have a quick Q&A at the end. So stay tuned, and quick once again a reminder, like, subscribe and share this video with your friends too. All right, I'll hand it over to Jayesh now. So Jayesh, our fun session has come to an end, and we'll again continue with the teaching part. So Jayesh, over to you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Rishabh. It was a nice session, Rishabh. Yeah, nice questions. Uh, am I audible clearly, Rishabh?
Yes, Jayesh.
Okay, okay, cool. Thank you. Okay, let me share my screen once again. I hope it is visible to you all. Okay, so now, guys, we'll move to JavaScript. These are the advanced topics, and there are there is a lot more topics that are available in JavaScript, but cover the most important part and most important topics that are available in JavaScript. So for understanding how JavaScript code works, let me try to write down some code for you. Variable a is equal to 10. Then here I'll write some function. I'll write some function maybe 3. And here what I'll do, inside it I'll again write some variable b is equal to 20. Here I'll write console.log b. Okay, and here is line number 2. I'll write console.log and I'll write value of a. Okay, and this will be okay, or let I have to write one more variable a and console.log a function and everything. And here what I'll do, I'll write console.log c, and here I'll declare this as well. Variable c is equal to 100. Okay, so I have written this code. It is very clear, there is no confusion, and you don't need to go into much detail like why I have written this. It is just for the understanding purpose. So let me take a screenshot of it. Okay, why I am not able to take? Just a second, guys. Okay, let me copy it and go here. Erase. to erase everything. Okay, I am erasing everything here, and I have written this code. Okay, if you are able to see my screen, so I have written this code. Let me try once again if I am able to take it. The screen, this. Okay, I don't know what is it. Okay, anyway, I have written this code here, right? If you see this variable a is equal to 10, then console.log a, then function z I have created here. If you can check this, okay. So let me minimize it. Let me minimize it so that you will only get this only, and yeah. Okay, so you can see, right, like what code I have written here. So what will happen? Yeah. So whenever we write any code, like if you check here, I have written this variable a is equal to 10, console.log a, then function z. So whenever we write any code, what will happen? There will be some execution context will be created. So you can assume right now like this is your execution context. Okay, it will not be like this only, just for your information I am creating it. Okay, so this is your execution context, and total it will divide it into two parts. One is memory component and another is code component. Okay, so this is your memory component. Memory component means whatever the variable you are whatever the variable you are declaring. So what you are having this one, right? Like you have this variable a, and just a second, like for your better visibility, let me use like this. Okay, so let me write here. Okay, so you can see here, right? Like what I have declared, like I declared this variable a and everything here. Okay, so you can check this. So right now I declared variable a. So when your code will be start compiling, like this is your memory component. Okay, if you see here, this is your memory component, this is your code component. So when your code will be started, it will be compiling two phases, phase one and phase two. So there will be total two phases will be available. Whenever your code will be compiled, there will be total two phases available. So right now, what is the value of a? It is 10. But in the phase one, what it will do? It will assign some specific keyword that is undefined here. Okay. So initially, what it will do? It will assign some specific keyword because we are in the phase one right now. So I am telling you how JavaScript code actually work in the backend side, like in the browser, how it is actually works. Okay. So right now we have written this. Okay. Now it will come to this console.log a. Now in the next line it will go to this function z. Okay. So whenever it will go to the z, I will also tell you like why when we try to print a, and if it is not having any value initially, why it will print undefined. Okay. So right now it is on the line number 3. If you check this function z. So for this function z, what it will do? Inside it will write that whole function as it is. Whatever the code you have written inside it, variable b, console.log, everything, what it will do, it will take this whole code as it is and it will place inside it here. So this memory component will work differently in case of this variables and in case of the function. Okay, so it will do this. Now what will happen? It will go to the next line. Like this whole code will be placed here. Now it will go to the next line, variable c, and inside the c, what it will again do? It will again give that undefined, right? So now the phase one task is completed. Phase one task is completed. Okay, so here the once the phase one task is completed, it will go to the phase two, and in the phase two, what it will do? It will check like what is the value of a. So if you check right now, the value of a is, if you check the value of a is 10, right? So what it will do? It will assign that value as it is to this a, 10. Now it will move to this. So here it will check, okay, this is a function, right? It is a function. You can clearly see. This is z is the function, right? So what will happen? It will again create one more execution context. for this memory component, code component again. And whatever the code is written inside it, variable b is 20. So for b again, initially it will do undefined, and then again the same thing it will do, right? So this is like this is how it will work right now. Okay. So inside the code component, there is one more execution context will be created, and this is for this particular z function, right? So now check it from the scratch. Initially, what will happen? Your execute like in JavaScript, we'll have some execution context. Okay, and this whole execution context is divided into two parts. One is the memory component, and another is the code component. So in the phase one, what it will do? It will check. Okay, A is having some variable, so initially it will define. It will assign some specific keyword that is known as undefined. Okay, it will go to Z. It will check. Okay, it is again having some function. It will again write the that code particular as it is here. Okay, and then what it will do for the C? It will again do undefined. And for this particular function, it will create a temporary execution context for this particular function. And the same thing, it will repeat again. Once the phase 2 will over this for this particular function, what is the value of b? It is 20. So remove that undefined will be removed, and the value of this particular b will be assigned here. Once the whole operation will be over, it will delete this execution context. Okay, and it will go at the end. It will check. Okay, it is again the undefined here. It will change the value. It will replace with 100, and at the end, what will happen? The whole execution context will be deleted. Okay, I know like maybe if you are a beginner, then it is a much complex thing for you. But this is the most like important part, like how JavaScript code works. So whenever you will attend any interview, and if they ask like how JavaScript code works, you will tell like there will be some execution context will be available. Okay, execution context is available. There are total two parts. One is the memory component, and another is code component. In the memory component, what will happen? In the memory component, whatever the variable we have assigned, whatever the variable we have declared, so it will assign the memory to that. Okay. Even you haven't assigned any value, if you are writing variable A, it will assign memory for that initially. Okay. Then the whole process will take place in the phase 1 and the phase 2. And in the phase 1, if it is a variable or it is any thing, then what it will do? It will assign that undefined specific keyword. And for the function part, it will take whole code as it is. And when it will go to the phase 2, it will assign the whole value to it. And again, for the function, that memory in the memory component, the separate execution context will be created. At the end, the functional execution context will be deleted, and the whole execution context will be deleted. So like this, it will work. Got it? So it was just like a brief introduction about like how this works. This JavaScript code, how JavaScript code works. Now we'll move to the JavaScript events, like what type of events we are having. Okay. So if we specifically talk about the events, so how many types of events are available? Okay. So if I talk about the events, like we have click events is available. Like whenever you click on any button, like when you are clicking on a submit button or any button, like if you click on any button and it will redirect you to the next page, then it will come on the come under the click event. Then we have context menu. Okay. So context menu means if you go here, if I right click on it, so everything I am getting, like go to definition, go to type this feature I am getting here, right? Now, apart from that, we have mouse over or mouse in. Okay, so mouse over again we have, or mouse out we have, and like apart from that we have mouse out event is also available. If we talk about the focus, then focus is also available. So like there are multiple types of events are available, and we'll try to cover those events in the like we'll write the code for that and we'll try to cover. So here what I did, I created this button ID is equal to like I created one button and I'm giving some ID to it like BTN. Okay, and on click I'll try to call some toggle. I'll try to call some toggle button function. I'll try to call. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll go here, I'll create some function and I'll write it like this. Okay, so I created this. Okay, now what I'll do, there is some division container I have created, and here I'll write some paragraph. Okay, so here I'll write like paragraph and paragraph for JavaScript. Okay, so paragraph for JavaScript I already written here. Paragraph for JavaScript, or I'll copy and like I'll write a big paragraph here. Like copy, Control V. Just a second. Okay, so I have written here. So if I go to the browser, I am getting this paragraph, and everything I am getting here. Okay, so I have written this. Okay, now what I'll do, I'll assign some ID to it. I'll assign some para here, and so okay. So for this button, I have assigned this BTN, and for this para, I have assigned this like specific ID to it. Okay. So toggle like I'm trying to calling this function. Okay. So here what I'll do, here I will perform some specific operation. Like what I want to do, I want to create a button that I already created. So when I click on it, this content should be hide. And when I again click on it, this content should be present on the screen. So I'll change the name, like I'll change this to show, comma, hide. Okay, show and hide. Okay, so right now it is doing nothing. When I go here, what I'll do, I'll create let btn. So what I have to do, I have to take document dot get element by id, and I have to take that btn id, right? So if I'm performing this operation, I need id of two tags, like for that button tag as well, and for that paragraph tag as well. So para is equal to document. Just a second, there's a typo mistake. Document dot get element by id, and here I'll take para as well. So what I did, like I have taken these two IDs here. Okay. Now initially I'll write like para dot style dot display is equal to none. Okay. I'll go here. I'll click. What is happening? Control. Okay. Error we are getting. Now if I click OK, PID para. Okay, here we have already written this para, so it is picking up this one. I'll reload again. Okay, you can see it was hidden, right? When I click on that button, so that particular thing was hidden. Now when I click it again, it should be available. Okay, so here what I'll do, I'll write some condition. If I'll write some condition here, if para dot style dot display not equals to none. If it is not equals to none, then what I'll do, para dot style dot display is equal to none, I will set. Else what I'll do, para dot style dot display equal to block. Okay. Now if I check, if I reload the page, what will happen? If I click on it, so you can see it, right? You can check this. If I click on it, it is removed. And if I again click on it, that paragraph is again visible to me, right? So this is a type of event. Okay, so this is a type of event, and what type of event we are calling here? What type of event it is? It is a toggle type of event. Like when we click on it, we can show or we can hide, right? So it is a type of event. Now, like what I want to do, suppose I want to do some mouse over, when I click on mouse over, and like suppose there is some content, like this content is available, and when I mouse over on it, so it should perform something, right? So that also we can perform. Like what we can do is for that. So here, where is the code? Okay, here it is. So here what we are doing, if I go here, so here I am calling this on click. What I am doing, I am calling it toggle that function. So on mouse, mouse over. Okay, so this particular event should occur on mouse over. Or what I'll do, like instead of that, I'll leave it as it is. I'll directly call that Google button function only, and here what I'll do, I will write out then function like para dot. Okay, first I have to tag that as well. This. Okay, so what I'll do, para dot uh, add event listener. So it is a type of a event listener. If you check the definition of it, so what it will do, like it will add some event to that particular attribute. Like there are multiple types of events are available in JavaScript. Okay, so to perform those events, what we can do, we can use this add event listener facility that is available in JavaScript. Okay, so we can use it. Now what I'll do here inside it, I will pass mouse over. Okay, so this is the event that I'll do, and here I'll write some function, and here what I'll do, console.log on mouse over event. Okay, so let me go here. Yeah, if I go here, let me reload it. See, on mouse over event, when I click on it, it is coming here. See, when I again over it, it is performing the operation, right? You can count it 17 and all. So whenever the mouse will go here, it will increase the count. Okay, so it is a type of mouse over event. It is a type of mouse over event. See, 80, 86, 90, 101, 107. So it is a type of mouse over event. Okay, so this is the short introduction about the events. So there are multiple events are available, and if you want to use, you can use it in your project, and it is the most important part because we have to use the events, right? So it is the most important part. Now there is one more important topic is coming, that is known as hosting in JavaScript. Hosting in JavaScript. Okay, maybe some of you are already familiar with it. So we have hosting in JavaScript, so that like what hosting means is like through which we can access variables without initializing them. Okay, if I talk about the hosting means we can access the variables without initializing them. Okay, I'll write some code here. For example, I'm writing some function demo here, and inside it what I can write, like I can write anything, or mm, console.log. I'll write here Jayesh Vyas. Okay, so now what I am doing, I am calling this function at the line number 6, right? So I'm calling this function at line number 6, and if I go here, I'm getting this Jayesh Vyas, right? But what will happen when I remove this function from here and I'll write here? What will happen? Again I'm getting the same thing, Jayesh Vyas, right? So in case of function, if I talk about the hosting, in case of function, what it is doing, this is completely the hosted means even if you are writing this, even if I'm trying to calling this function here, still I'm getting the output, right? Still I'm getting the output. Now let's check this for this some variable, like variable a is equal to, or variable a I'll write here, and what I'll do, console.log a. Okay, and here I'll write a is equal to 9. So if I talk about for this particular case, what will happen? It will be reloaded, and what is this? Undefined I am getting. Right here I am getting undefined. Why? Because this particular a is not defined for this. Right? This a is not defined. Now let's check this. A is equal to 9. If I write, I remove this, then I am getting 9. So with this feature, you are already aware. Like I don't need to explain much here. But when it comes to variable, okay. So here what I did, I created some variable a, and now I'm trying to printing it, but I am not getting anything. And why I am not getting anything here? Because for this it is undefined, right? And if you want to check this, you can check here also. You just go to the sources, here and just put a debugger here and reload it. So initially, if you see right now, A is undefined. So in the phase one, it is undefined. That's why it is giving its value as a undefined. And here, I think there is multiple things that you can check. Okay. Okay. Anyway, so okay, here we can check that value. Let me debug it to 9. Okay. So if you check, see right now A is undefined here in the global window. It is a window object. So here you can see it is undefined. That's why we are getting the value as a undefined, right? Now what I'll do here, I'll write console.log A. And in this case, what will happen? If I go to the console and if I reload this page, I need to remove this debugger. Now 9 I am getting here. Got it? Okay. There is one more example to understand it. First, I will write console.log A. Okay. And after that, I will write variable A is equal to 9. And again, console.log A. Again, you will see we are getting the same output. But if we do the same thing, if we perform the same thing with the let, for example, I am writing let A and console.log, I'll write A and A is equal to 9 I am giving here. So if you go here, if I reload this, just a second, A is equal to 9, undefined. Okay, in this we are getting undefined. And if I remove this, it's loaded or not. Let A is equal to 9. Okay, 9. Or if we check the const A is equal to 9, so we'll remove this value and I can check. Okay, so missing initialization in const declaration at. Okay, so it is not having any initialization and A is equal to 9. If I give here, again, it will give the error. So if you check in case of let and in case of where, it was not giving any error, but in case of const, it is giving any error. So when to use let, where and const? Okay, so the main thing is if you are having any block level requirement, like you are using some variable and you don't want to use again after some time, then you can use let. If you are using globally, then you can use where, and const you can use when like you don't want to reinitialize the value. Okay, the value will be fixed, you don't want to change it. In that case, you can use const. For example, A is equal to 10 and you will write let B is equal to 20 and here const Z is equal to A plus B, right? So we all know, like we all know here what will happen, like this 10, 20, that can be changed. So we are using let, but after these a particular operation, when I particular operation I will perform, and after that, so this value is never changed, right? This will be never changed. So in that case, I can use it. And if I try to change it, like I'll try to make it happen like this, then assignment to constant variable. So if there is some uncode type error, we will get. Okay. So if we try to do that, then we will get this error here. Okay. Any doubt till this point? If you have any doubt, you can write into the chat, so that at the end we'll try to take your doubt as well. Okay. So now come to the next topic. So the next important topic is closures. Closures in JavaScript. Okay. So again, guys, like if you are a beginner, then maybe you need to study this later. But I'll try to explain you what closure is. So if I talk about the closure, so closure means like a function bind together with its lexical scope. It is known as a closure. Okay. So let me write some example, like function. I'll write xyz. Okay, any name I'm giving just here. I'll write variable a is equal to 10, and inside it I can again write one more function abc. Okay, and inside it I'll write console.log. A, and after that I'll call this ABC function, and at the end I will call this XYZ function. Okay. So like in JavaScript, what you can do inside a function, again you can declare one more function. It is clearly visible, right? Even if you want to pass any function, that also you can perform. Like in with this function here, if you want to pass any function as it is, that also you can perform. And if I want to return any function, that also I can perform. Okay. So now if you see here, see right now I have written this variable a is equal to 10, and then I have written this function abc, then console.log a. So this abc is bind with this function with its lexical scope. Okay, that's why I am able to access it. This a I am able to access it here. Whatever the variables I am declaring, whatever the variables I am using inside this xyz function, that I am able to access inside it. So it is known as the closure. It is the closure only, right? Now I'll tell you how we can return the function. Here I'm calling this ABC function. Okay, so instead of calling it, I'll return this function as it is. Okay, so if I'm returning here, it means if I'm giving any things to you, then you should be able to accept it, right? If I am giving some chocolates to you, you should have some container where you can accept it. So here what I'll do, I'll create let a is equal to xyz, right? And what I'll do, console.log a. If I go here, you can see this abc function as it is I am getting here, as it is, right? So this is how beautiful JavaScript is, guys. Okay, so here I am getting this whole thing as it is. I am like I can return this function, and I can, if I want to pass any function here, that also I can do. So this whole thing we can perform here. So this is how like whole JavaScript works. Okay. So now you can see this. What we are doing, we are returning this ABC here, right? And A we already written here. So we are, if we are performing this console.log A. So what we are getting? We are getting this function as it is printed here, right? So here what we did, like this ABC function we are returning. So again this ABC is bind with its lexical scope to this XYZ. So this particular function. I hope till this point no one has any doubt. And if guys, if you really have any doubt, you can write into the comment section, so I can like take your doubts, and I'll try to answer as much as possible. Okay. So now let's come to the validation of the JavaScript, like how we can perform the validation part. So this something called, some code I have written here. If I go here, you can see JavaScript validation, and I have created like this function I have created. So like I am using this inline JavaScript only. Like inside this tag, I am directly using. I am not calling any JavaScript file from here. So here what I did, I created some form, and I am giving this name as my form. Action, I am creating this action page.php, but anyway, it is not going anywhere. Like it is just for the reference I am giving. On submit, I am giving this return validate form. Means what it will do, whenever we'll click on the submit button, it will call this validate form button. This function it will call here. Okay, so here I created this name, and after that what we'll do, we'll try to create instead of name I should write first name, then I'll write last name. I'll copy this thing as it is, text and last name. Okay. 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 So I have written this thing here. Now here what I am doing, let x document.forms. So where the form is available, document.forms means here I am using this form, right? So document.forms, and I am here passing it my form. So automatically it will redirect here my form, And in the my form, what attribute I need? F name means first name. So it will take that value. That value as it is will be go inside this X. And then what it will do? It will check. Like this X is equal to null, then it will put some alert like name must be filled out. So the same way what we can do, that Y is equal to document dot forms. What is the name of form? My form. Okay. And here what I'll give last name and okay, what is happening? Okay, yeah, and then dot value. Okay. Now here I'll put some condition like if y equals to blank. It doesn't contain any value. Then what will happen? Here I will put some alert that last name should be filled out. Otherwise it will return false. Okay. So if I go here, why it is taking submit here and type submit. Just a second, guys. There is some mistake we did. Input type submit. Input type submit. We already taken this here. Okay, here I think the tag was not closed. Okay, now we are getting this. Okay, so here this line will break here. Now if I click submit, what it is showing? Name must be filled out. Okay, here I need to write first name. Okay, so you can see now if I try to submit it, what it is showing? Name must be filled out. Okay, if I print any name here, Jayesh, and if I try to submit it, what it will? Okay, like y is equal to document dot forms. Okay, here I am giving the wrong name. That's why it was okay, and it is correct. Last name dot value y equal to this. Okay. So here name I will give submit, last name should be filled out. So whatever the field it is required, like if we are only using that HTML, then we can directly use that required attribute. But if we want to validate the form, like there are many other ways also available. But if you want to validate the form with the help of the JavaScript, this is how we can do. Okay, you will directly take the value and you will check it is empty or not. If it is empty, then it should give the pop-up, right? And if I write Vyas here, then what it will do? It will perform the other operation. I click on the submit. Okay. Now we have one more thing that I want to demonstrate, like how we can use the API. Okay. So you can check this. If I created some project here like movies for me. So what it will do? It will suggest you the movie list, whatever the movie list are available. If I click here, if I go live, so you can see there are multiple movies are available, right? So this project I created completely in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And here, if I write Harry, right? If I write Harry, then I am getting the Harry Potter as the suggestion. Okay, so I am getting it Harry Met Sejal and all. So this particular project is completely created in JavaScript only. And if I explain you here, what is happening? See, here what we did, I created some form and I am giving this ID as a form here, and there is some input type, that is ID search, placeholder search, class is search, and type is search. So if you go here, I am getting this search. So this placeholder I have already written as a search, right? So it is coming from just a second. Yeah, it is coming from here. It is coming from this. Okay. Now I have inserted this here. There's JavaScript here. If I try to copy it, and if I try to open it in the new tab, for example, I can open here by enter. So I am getting this value. If you see, it is a type of a JSON. If you remember in the last session, I have told you like from the server, we'll get some values. Like it can be in XML format, it can be in the JSON format, or it can be in other format. So right now I am getting this value from the XML in the JSON format, right? So it is just the page one. Okay, like here are some movie suggestions are available. Like here is this tags are available. If you go down and if you check everything, and what I am doing here after that, I have this search API is also available. This search API. If I try to copy it, query equals to. So it will insert some query like what type of movie I am trying to searching. Okay, I'll tell you how this JSON thing will work. If I type enter, there is nothing right now, right? Like, but query equal to if I try to print maybe Harry, if I enter, so I am getting this multiple suggestion. So what it is taking, it is only taking that first name, like or whatever the Harry or anything I'm typing. If I try to type Dangal, then it will give some different suggestion. And you can see this original title Dangal I am getting here, right? Overview I am getting here. So this is the JSON data available. And what I did, I am getting this data, and then what I am doing, I am just showing this data into here. Like here, I am creating some division element. Remember, in the first half, I told you, like I'll tell you how we can create elements using JavaScript. So this is how we can create. Here I am creating this element div tag. Here I am creating this element as an image tag, and this is h2 tag I am creating. Why I am doing this? So that I will get the suggestion, and for each and every tag I'll create, like each and every movie name. For example, if you go here, this is a movie for me, right? So right now I am getting this suggestion. If I type Dangal, so I am getting it. So this is your header, this is your image, and each and every part I need to represent here, right? If I type any Harry, and if I enter, so you can see there is some title will be available. So this is how we are creating some division. So this division representing this one part. Now we are creating image. So whatever the image you are able to see, this is for this particular area, this particular part. And then we are creating h2 tag. So you can see here, this name we have given. Only three tags we created using a JavaScript. Then we are inserting inside this text, we are inserting the title. In the image, we are inserting the image, and then like whatever the values are necessary, we are doing it. Okay. One more thing here. One more thing I want to tell you here. When I want to call any particular API, what function I can use? I can use this fetch function. Here I am creating a URL. This API URL I am passing in this show movie, and here I am creating URL. What it is doing, by default it should load some movie, right? So what it will do, by default it will load this movie. But again I am calling this function here. If you see again here, this add event listener I am using. Okay, and after that I am calling this movie, search movie plus search item, search API. So in the search API, query item till that URL will be available. After that, what I'll do, I will append that Dangal or Harry, whatever the keyword I am searching here, and then I will call the show movie function again, and on the basis of that, it will give me suggestion. Initially, also I am calling this function, and after that, also I am calling this function. But initially, it will load by default movie. If I go here, if I reload it, so by default movies are coming. I am not giving any entry to it. Okay, but when I give entry, like when I put Harry here and whatever the values I am getting here, so after that, like I am calling this function from here. Okay, so it was all about today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the session, and feel free to ask any doubt if you have. I can take the doubt in the comment section if you have any doubt. Rishabh, are you there? Rishabh, you are on mute, I guess.
Yeah, hi Jayesh. Am I audible now?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, great. So time for the Q&A. I know you all have been waiting for this. So any questions that you have, you can ask in the chat box so that we can answer it. And before we actually move on to the Q&A session, a quick info for all of you. So this was workshop on web development, and we did two like on day one we did 2 hours, and again here we did 2 hours. But if you want to study more in detail, then you can go to our website edyoda.com. You can find the link in the description where we have a complete course of 30 hours on front-end web development. Or if you just want to study parts in detail like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, then we have even particular courses on all these topics, which are much more in detail. This workshop was so that you get an idea about all these concepts and you can get started. But if you want to learn in detail, then you can again check out our website edyoda.com. Link will be in the description so that you can begin your learning journey. You can get the complete information. And the best part is you can get the subscription just for ₹99. So what are you all waiting for? Link in description. Click on it and begin your learning journey. And let's now take a look at the chat box. So Jayesh, before we have, let's see, before we actually take off questions from viewers, so what is something that generally like students have, common doubt that you have seen people like students having when they actually start studying this web development?
See, the main thing is like when they start studying, so they are like they know like how to write code in JavaScript, but they don't know the basics, like how JavaScript actually works. You know, like when we are in the front end development or like any type of development, there are total two things. One thing is writing the code, and another thing is debug the code. Writing the code is easy, but the debug the code is hard. And you are only able to debug the code when you know the basics of it, like main the root of it, right? Like how JavaScript works, how we can debug the code into the browser. That's why, like in the second half, I try to I try to explain like how to debug the code. It is the most important part because you know, like with the help of the internet, anyone can write the code, right? But the actual knowledge will come from the debugging on R&D only. So it was the most difficult part. I also used to suffer at my time, like when I was a fresher, and right now also, like when someone fresher joins a company, so they used to face this difficulties a lot.
So some important tip for all of you. Again, I can see if you have any questions, do let us know in the chat box, and a quick like if you haven't still clicked on the like button. So Jayesh, like talking about basics, you are saying that like everyone should have their basics clear. So how do they ensure that their basics are clear, or they have to again study something?
See, this thing will come over the experience only. The main thing is like they need some guidance from some senior, like who actually working in the industry. Like initially when I was in a college, I was also not able to get the proper knowledge, like how these things are working. But when I get into the industry and I get some support from the seniors, okay. And also like internet helps a lot to me. Like there are plenty of courses are available, so I used to watch those videos on the YouTube and all other platforms, and it helps a lot to me. So this is how I covered the things. And apart from that, the main thing is like when we actually work on the real project, and at like after that we'll get the things clearly in the mind, like how these things are happening, how these things are working. Like if we are just reading the article, if we are just going to the website, if we are just watching the video and not doing any practical implementation, it will like maybe you will remember the thing from the 10 to 12 days, but after that you will forget the thing. But if your basics are clear and like if you are able to understand the things in detail, then it will help you in a longer time.
Okay. And like people who are just applying, like freshers who are just applying, they have studied this front-end web development. What kind of roles should they apply for? Any tips that you would like to give them since they are just maybe are just starting to apply for jobs?
So, in the last session also we have discussed like there are multiple roles available. Like as a front end developer, so they can work in HTML and CSS domain. If they want to become a JavaScript developer, then they can work in HTML, CSS plus JavaScript as well. Right now, like nowadays, there are multiple framework and libraries are available. As I already explained in the video, like if they want to make their career in the Angular, then they can become an Angular developer as well or React developer as well. And nowadays, companies are hiring in this specific field as well. Okay, so if we are talking about the front end development, it is not only about the creating the website, it is also about the debug the thing. Okay, there are front end testers are also available. They are not writing the code, but what they are doing, they are testing their website. They are testing the load balancing, like what will happen if too much load will come to the site. So those type of multiple roles are available, and according to their interest, they can apply, because these all roles are available in all the companies, because every company needs a front end developer, and HTML, CSS, and JavaScript are very basic things.
And what would you suggest them, like when they are actually like going to give the interviews? Any tips, anything that they should concentrate on? These are the topics that, because you told last time that you have also taken interviews. So some tips that focus on this, start to study this before giving interviews.
I would not. I would not say any specific topic. Just focus on the like basics of JavaScript. Try to create one minor project in that and one major project in that. If you are able to explain the things in a clear way, if you know how things are working, like how we are call, like for example, how we are calling a function, how that particular environment is created, how that code is working, then it is good actually. It is more than enough. We should not go behind the topics, like how much topics we have covered. Instead of that, we should check like how many little basic things we have already covered.
Okay.
Because they will ask the things in detail.
So like we should, whatever we have learned, we should be able to explain it properly. It's not like
Yes.
you have studied 50, 60 topics, but when interviewer is asking, we are not able to explain it. We don't know what is it.
Yes, definitely.
And how do you see, like currently, like again, like freshers who are just now applying, they are scared ki are there enough jobs, like will be able to get or not? Is this a good field to study or not? What would you say, since you are from the industry? How is it going from inside? How is it like
No,
for jobs?
it is definitely a good industry. Like like if, for example, if we all are using mobile phones, right? So if I remove the screens from the mobile, like any application UI, then what will you do? What will I do? Right? So those particular tasks and those particular features are implemented by a front-end developer only, right? And every 6 months you will see like new mobiles are coming into the market, and each and every mobile has some different UI. It is just example about the mobile only. There are multiple web application also available, right? So there are plenty of jobs are available. The only thing is like people are not aware about it, like how to crack those jobs actually, because they are not having enough knowledge about it. That is the only main thing. If they are eligible, industry is looking for eligible people. Like if they are able to crack it, if they know how thing works, then definitely there are plenty of jobs are available.
Okay. And I see one question that had come ki, if you could tell us a brief roadmap of what are the things to study so that I can start applying for jobs, like study this, try to keep these concepts clear, and then you can start applying.
Okay, so I would talk about the front end development only. See, study enough about the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay, you should know basics. You should know how JavaScript works, how HTML, CSS, how we can apply those things. And after that, try to give some mock interview. Okay, because again, like when we are sitting into the interview and we know the things, but we are not able to explain because of the confidence. So if you try to give 5 to 6 mock interview, and side by side try to learn some framework as well. Like there are Angular is available, React is available, or Node is available. Even if Angular, Node, those things will help them to achieve like one stack developer or mean stack developer goal as well. Okay, and then they can start applying to the job, like when they feel confident enough, like they have given enough mock interviews, because in the mock interviews they will get some feedback, like they need to improve in those parts, they need to improve in this communication, or like whatever the gaps are missing, so they can improve in that part, and when they feel confident they can apply to multiple jobs. Even they can grab the multiple offers as well when they feel confident.
And any particular website that you would suggest to like improve the knowledge or practice?
There are multiple websites available, like EdYoda is one of them. They can check. Like apart from that, we have Gigs for Gigs. Okay, We have like if you want to start from the very basic, like you don't know anything about the front end, you can go with the W3 school. Okay. If you want to improve your logical ability, we have Lead Code, HackerRank, HackerRank. So plenty of websites are available.
Okay, so there's enough knowledge. Just you have to spend the time and learn.
Yes, definitely. Enough of resources are available.
And how do you see like growth in the industry in the coming future? How is the scope like? Is there enough opportunities already? We have reached somewhere. How is it like?
Oh, there are plenty of opportunities available. Like right now, what people are saying, like there are enough development already completed. They are saying right now, but only 1 or 2% development is completed. 90% things, 98% things are still remaining that haven't touched yet. You know, 8 months before, no one knows about the Chat GPT, but right now in the market, Chat GPT is available. Okay, so there are multiple things are happening, and day by day, each day there are multiple R&Ds are happening, inventions are happening. Okay, so definitely these industries will require engineers like us only, and it is up to us how we can grab the opportunity. If we are sitting and if we don't care, like okay, like we'll see whatever will happen. It is not like that. We need to prepare. We have to explore the things, and then definitely like we can achieve whatever things we want.
So very important tip, that is put in the effort. The content is there. You have the full like everything that you need to study, but you have to actually learn, study, and then when you're giving the interview, you should be able to show it to the interviewer. Simple. If you're able to do that, you'll be able to grab that job.
Yes.
And any like final any tips that you would like to give to our all the viewers who are watching this before we actually finish this session?
The only tip I want to give is don't be demotivated and be confident. And whatever the skill you are learning, try to learn with some practical experience. Like try to create some minor or major project in that. Don't just read the topic, and don't just what I say, like don't just follow the people like what they are doing. I should also do that. Do the things whatever like interest you, like whatever the things you are able to learn. So put efforts in that, and like whatever the things you are learning, try to implement those in the project also, so that you will get the better understanding and you will get the better knowledge in that.
Very important. So we had discussed about this in our day one workshop. If you haven't watched that, link will be in the description, where we spoke about how important are projects. So now also Jayesh told you all that projects and practice, two important things. Just learning, seeing is not there. Practice and projects will get you to the other side. So with that, I would like to thank Jayesh so much for sharing all your knowledge with all of us here.
Yeah, thank you so much, Rishabh.
And hope that you all got to learn about front-end development. It's clear now that whatever all the concepts that you actually went through, it is clear to you. And again, I would like to repeat that if you want to know in detail about front-end development, more details, then again you can check out our website edyoda.com. Link will be in the description. And that will be it from our side for today. Hope you all enjoyed the session. A quick like, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more workshops like this. Do let us know in the chat box on what topic do you want to see our next workshop, and we'll try to definitely get that workshop done. So thank you all again for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and that'll be it from our side. Thank you all for watching. Bye bye.